Well, hello, collective. Thanks for coming back to the channel, guys. I've been doing some research here, guys. Something in one of the reads the other day struck my mind, and it was the sword. One of my spirit guides here today came to me and pointed swords down. So I'm like, what does that mean, Spirit? So it's like my guides told me the battle is over. It's a spiritual battle. When the sword is down, it means the spiritual battle is won. The victory has already been declared. When the sword is upright, it means you're ready to do battle. I find that very interesting because in some of the tarot decks, the swords are face down. Others, the swords are faced up. And then when my spirit guides today showed me swords down, I've only seen my guides do that twice in my life. And the first time I saw that vision was through a severe battle that I personally was going through. And it's almost as if my spirit guides are telling me not to worry, the battle's already been won. The victor has been declared. So let's see, I just wanted to share that with you guys. I don't know why. I've got this new deck here, so I'm gonna have to go to the book, so bear with me. These are really descriptive pictures on here, illustrations. They have very different meanings than the regular tarot decks. Far different than most oracle decks that I have ever seen. So I'm asking my guides to show me what they can reveal about the divine masculine, the divine feminine journey here, and this situation with the karmic. Tell me what's going on in this divine masculine, divine feminine, twin flame journey, Spirit. What would you like to... Well, what's going on here? It's a 48 for any of you numerologists out there, and the second card is a 23, which would symbolize change. But let's see. Choices, risks, and the consequences. And the 23 card, providing shelter. Home is the shelter from the storms, all sorts of storms. Our relationship with the natural world is at its lowest ebb. And as humans, we are becoming increasingly detached. Our physical lives may have been made more comfortable by our technical advances, but our spiritual lives may have been diminished. A woman transforms her body with a symbolic tree. It's a tattoo all over her, the tree of life on her back. She offers support and safety to nature. The sincerity of her offer is accepted and returned in complete trust. A warm glow is generated from that interaction. In the distance, a unicorn notices and looks on approvingly, but ironically, there is a sad poignancy to this unicorn's face and his attention. It is that the magical creature has been has seen so few of these acts. Like, when you find someone who is very genuine and sincere and nurturing, it's almost like even the magical creatures look like, why are those so few people that are left sacred, that are left divine. Despite the overall trend, there is hope in that we are all least aware of our damaging imprint and increasing acknowledgement and desire to redress the imbalances. It's like, okay, that was major. When you find someone that is a true soul, like a truly dedicated, nurturing soul of the purest form, why would you want to recreate them or try to change them? Why is spiritualism getting so far removed from us? Why is anything sacred becoming so far removed from us? And so this divine feminine or divine masculine energy, who is of the purest form here, it's like even the majestic creatures are wondering, why are there not more of these today? And it's because slowly and surely people have dwindled away from anything that is sacred. And there's so many broken hearts, and there are so many destroyed unions, families, and it's like, it's a wonderment. Okay, it truly is. Like, it's amazing how on the increase all these situations are, like these painful, like people just don't hold anything value anymore. It's just like to just replace you like you're nothing. That's what this is saying. And when you do that to someone who is so genuine, so divine, sacred, it's, let's see what the next card says. Well, everything has a choice, a risk, and a consequence to it. It says, men anger the gods with their pride. I asked for divine masculine and feminine energy, and this is what I'm getting, guys. It was just boom. Men anger the gods with their pride, and in order to punish them, the gods looked on as Pandora opened up her box, letting chaos loose. So that is what Spirit's opinion, my guides, have to say about this subject. They released Pandora's box. It was like to, in my opinion, massacre the sacred. It is spiritual warfare. It is a spiritual warfare that most of us, we have no idea about. It was to bring chaos. It was to bring derision. Anything of which was not divine. Karmics. And these are the consequences of opening Pandora's box. It should never have been opened. And when the divine partner, masculine or feminine, opened that door, all hell broke loose. We may often be intrigued by a what-if scenario. This card depicts curiosity, temptation, and wanting to know. It's natural to want to know or want to try, and the only way to find out is to try. It's through such processes that we can grow and avoid stagnation, but there are causes and effects of doing so. Here is a regal queen opens a jewel egg-shaped treasure from which flies a column of fairies glowing like fireflies. They are now free. What is unclear is whether the outcome of the release will be reflected on with fondness or regret. Our acts invariably result in consequences, both good and bad. So there is a balance to be struck. Unless we try, we will never know. And in that, in turn, may be the lost opportunity that will gnaw away if not acted upon. But equally so, we are fully appreciative of the possible repercussions that may result. So, it's like you have something that's sacred and people always wanting more. Always wanting more. They open Pandora's box. And now it's like Spirit is saying it's curious to want to know what's on the other side of that door if you released it. But there are consequences, both good and bad, when you do. And that's what this divine journey is all about. I can't believe that, wow. Hang on, guys. That's the general energy here. This is called the Oracle of Visions by Ciro Marchetti, and they have compiled many great tarot decks. It gives a totally different perspective on things than a lot of the regular tarot or oracle decks. This is distance, isolation, and perspective, okay? Distance not only gives nostalgia, but perspective and maybe objectivity. So this is divines in separation. And by doing so, it's, whoa, I gotta read that one because it's calling to me. 44. Unison, common goals, shared values, at one with others. It's probably not love that makes the world go round, but rather those mutually supportive alliances through which partners recognize their dependence on each other for the achievement of shared and private goals. When this card shows up, it's a sense of belonging. We're at one with our surroundings and with our relationship with others. We can move together with a common direction and purpose. Our presence is accepted and welcomed. A young girl glides effortlessly through the gated lake in the accompaniment of a great group of swans. Their speed and their direction in unison. They become of one mind. They symbolize finding new friends or a group who share similar ideas. There's a strong affinity with other like-minded souls. Be wary of becoming just one of many. At some point, their actions, their direction, and their pace may not be yours. Where are they leading may not be the best path for you. So it's like, what a powerful message this is, guys. You're in separation because they opened Pandora's box. You're a sacred being. You don't think like them. You're not like-minded like them. You think of pure thoughts. You think of divine things. You think of things. You had no malice. You had nothing but unconditional love for this human being. And Spirit is saying you're in separation because it was a path that you could not follow. You have ascended more. This person is still, or was, some have even returned. It depends what part of the journey that they're on. But I can tell you that you're in separation because they were leading you down a road which you were not allowed to follow. They opened Pandora's box. This karmic energy is symbolic of Pandora's box. When they opened this door, because they wanted to test it and push the limits a little farther, all hell is broke loose. Okay? And you are not meant to stay in isolation. This is the hermit energy. It is a fine line between doing inner work and staying completely isolated. Spirit is telling the collective energy to surround yourself with like-minded people. Which is, this community is one example of it. It's an opportunity for people to share their stories. It's an opportunity to say, hey, I'm not crazy. Other people are going through this too. It's uplifting. It can help you understand the journey. It makes you feel like you're not isolated and alone. And quite often, the sacred journey is a lonely journey. Who understands your journey but you and others who are going through it? Especially in a time where Pandora's box has been opened, okay? We need others for support and for protection and for guidance. And my guides giving me that vision today, like I said, the last time I saw my guides point that sword down was reassurance to me. I was in my early 20s when I saw that vision. It took me years to understand it, what that represented, and that was my guides telling me that the battle has already been won. Stay true, stay the course. The battle has already been won. And for my guides to be showing me that all these years later, I'm finally getting it. You know what I mean? Like, our time is not like divine time. For the divine, they'd be like, I told you that yesterday, Frankie. No, what? Spirit, that was like 30 years ago. So, I mean, we tend to know. It's just, so be calm. The Spirit is saying the battle is already won. Pandora's box has been opened, but there is good and bad in all of it. The good of it is that these divines in separation get to really see what is out there. For people who are empaths, people who are light workers, people who are helpers to mankind, we don't think that way. We're kind of naive, and it's a shock to our system when we hear these stories of really how corrupt people really are, vindictive, very, very evil, some people, and other people you get to see are of pure light. And it is no different from the counterpart. They get a real dose of reality. Yeah, sure, they wanted to push the limits here, but do they like what they found? That's the question. This is really awesome messages, what my guides are doing. Thank you, Spirit Guides. I don't know what I would do without my Spirit Guides. I really don't. I've learned to really appreciate their wisdom, their knowledge, and it's like they're a steady source of support. So I'm really grateful for them. Let's talk about this divine journey. Higgs goes round and around, Spirit said. You're in separation. Many of you have come back together, or some of you have, that I'm aware of. Some of you still haven't, but it'll come back around. And what goes around comes around. So who knows what happened in prior lifetimes? Who knows? Maybe in the last lifetime we did something. I don't know, because I'm not there, and I don't do that past life regression stuff. I've always wanted to, but I wasn't ready for it. Something told me not to do it. I may not like what I see. So it's coming around. Okay? Round and round. It cycles. Yep. Fork in the road. Chose another direction. Opened Pandora's box. Thought it was Treasure Island. Ooh, what's beyond the door? Let me open the door. Fell into temptation, thinking they were getting Treasure Island here. But there is unfinished business. They know where the real Treasure Island is. The real Treasure Island is with their soul mate. Okay? That's the real Treasure Island. But this person wanted to test the limits, you know? What's beyond the door? What's beyond the door? And Spirit said, don't open the door. You have free will, but you're not going to like it if you do. Now they want to mend things, and you're mending. In this time apart, you've learned how to heal. You've learned how to heal yourself. And it's almost as if now you're in a position to give this person a leg up. They're still very immature. They're like a pup. They're just learning where you have done all this ascension work. And it's like they're trying to keep their composure. You are collective. You're remaining poised, in balance, detoxing, letting things go, mending. It's a never-ending story. Who knows how many lifetimes that we have spent on this journey trying to get it right. It's a never-ending story. It's not over. It's a never-ending story. Okay, new life here. Building. Feminine energy. Doing a lot of thinking. To be fair, you have been given new life, collective. To be fair. You want things to be fair. Things were not fair. But to be fair, there's a deep knowing here. There's a lot of wisdom. Something has come to the edge. It's timing. Tick-tock. Time. Peace. To be fair, something has to go by the book. Co-create. Cleaning up the mess. Why? The card Y is here. Seeing if you're going to be flexible. There's no place like home because they want to rebuild this. You are regenerating. And so this person chopped wood. Okay? Because the path that they're chopping wood with the karmic. They have this two hearts coming back together. This is a soulmate connection. Now I'm just going to say right now that who knows when these journeys will be completed. Depends on the person. Every person is different. Who the heck knows? You get a time frame of October. Most of these were supposed to be back in connection by the end of this year. Some already have returned. Others, you can't make them. They have freedom of will. Some choose to walk the earthly realm with low vibrational people, and they're staying there. Others of them, they're coming around. They're doing the growth. You're getting a message in the bottle. Okay? They know where home is. They know where the milk and honey is. So just breathe, relax, do you, experience your life. Me personally, I wouldn't wait on anybody. Just if you feel led to go in another direction, because they're going through chaos and conflict, and that's what opening Pandora's box did. Okay? Something is going to go the distance. You're blessed. Wow. Because there is a higher power involved. This is not our deal here. Okay? This is the universe's deal here. What happens with these divine counterparts? What happens with the karmics? A lot of people tend to forget that. They think that, yeah, it's time to go is right. It's time. Step into the new world. Some of you are going, this is not for me. It's time to go. You know, I can't imagine being orphaned again. I want to be happy. Masculine energy looks like found out all that glittered wasn't gold when they opened Pandora's box. And it's saying that this is what? In the here and the now. The clock here. Chaos and conflict. Well, why? Because they tested the fates. Okay? They tested fate. Now, with fate, we all have our own decisions to make. Like I said, you can choose to walk the earthly pleasures, or you can choose to honor a divine purpose. It's all about choice. Nobody's twisting your arm. Fate can only bring about what fate can bring about. It's still a personal, individual choice. If these divine counterparts choose to stay with fake people, then that's what they choose to do. If you, collective, do not feel that these people have changed or grown, I don't think Spirit's going to let you walk that path with them. Some will, but you're going to have to be wise, wise, wise. And in this separation time, look how much you have learned about this spiritualism, about this journey, about karmics, about energies, about the plan. You know what I'm saying? It's in the here and the now. They're going through, well, it's fated because they involve the third party. It's, yeah, I'm just saying, the truth is coming out. Exchanging gifts is here. When you were in separation, that's what you were doing, getting gifts from the universe. Spiritual gifts. It's almost like this divine collective who I'm reading for stayed grounded, stayed honorable. And it's like the gifts that you're receiving is because of that. This person is finding out that all that glittered wasn't gold. They're going through chaos and conflict. This is the masculine energy. Switch the roles if it's the other way around. They're feeling orphaned. They're missing their divine counterpart. And it's like they're imagining you telling them, this isn't for me. There is a change in the wind. There is chopped wood cleaning up their mess they thought was Treasure Island because of Pandora's box. Oh, look at all the treasure. Look at all the treasure. If we just open the box, I bet there's a treasure in there. Well, there was, but it was fake. This was the real Treasure Island here. I'm just saying, I can't make this stuff up, guys. I would like to get a few kippers on these, please, for Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine. Yeah, they're in despair. That's simple. It shows a mature woman here, okay? So that's the masculine and the feminine. Switch the roles if you're this divine masculine whose feminine did this, okay? They're in despair. But for others of you, this divine feminine, this masculine, is in despair. Tell me about it. That child card wants to come out. The child card, guys. So for the ones whose partner went and had a child or got pregnant or whatever, they're in despair about this child. What they thought was great fortune, okay? Opened Pandora's box. I don't know, maybe the Treasure Island here for the divine counterpart. That's why they're getting this good fortune. It could be a house. But they're in despair about a child and probably their fortune. Alright? This person normally may have had a fair amount of money or stability somehow. But something is changing here. Fortunes are changing. This house card, clarify the house card. What does this house card mean? The main male may have lost their home. Wanted crossing the reed. Or maybe they want to come home. Maybe this main male who is over here, of course that's the masculine, is in despair about a child and a fortune. And a house maybe, I don't know. Let's clarify this house. What's this? Oh. The coffin card. Oh my goodness. Dealing with a false person for fortune, and it's probably take the money and run type of deal here. But let's ask more. What about this false person, this coffin card, and this fortune? Well, the expectation here is money. I think they got expecting a child for unexpected money, hoping to get good fortune, and it's kind of looking like they are. Yep, big change. Going from fancy cars. Ooh, there's a lot of concern about this change. People are concerned about this person, this used to be wealthy man. About marriage in reverse. I don't know what that's. Divorce. I don't know. Going to court over money. Someone was a thief. Okay. So this false karmic, who they thought was Treasure Island, has robbed them, thieved from them, expecting money, maybe a house, whatever. This person was wealthy, someone stole from them, this main male, and now they are in despair. They're going to a court, and it ain't for marriage. Pandora's box. Yeah, for sudden wealth. Thoughts of sudden wealth. There's a message of concern about a job. Somebody could be going to jail, or has been like locked out of their job, locked out of their house. I don't know what's going on. It says imprisonment. A message of concern about an occupation and imprisonment. What the hell? Toil and labor for this one. It's at a distant horizon. It's like some official person comes to the house, to this family room. Some type of an investigation. This person is in poverty. Yikes. Because of the lover. Pandora's box. Bad health. Main female over here is the privileged lady. They want to take a pathway. There's some mature man now being here. Change again. Well, it could be this person maturing up, wants to find their pathway to this privileged lady, go on this journey, send them a message because you're held in high honor, wanting to court you. There's adjudication here for this person. Going to the community. There's a gift here. I'm just saying that whoever they went to, there's a lot of legal stuff going on, a lot of financial stuff going on. This person is in despair about a child, but they have thoughts of this person over here. It's the same picture. They're thinking of this main female. It's the same person in the picture. And I'm thinking that this karmic energy who was with this main male was dealing with another masculine energy. And it was almost like a plan when they weren't looking to get this person's fortune, and now they're reliant on community to assist them. They're in poverty. Just saying. Because of some official person. And the court, I don't know what they did, but it's at a distance. They were at a distant horizon that was unfamiliar to them. Maybe another country, I don't know. Or it could have been a foreign investment or something like that. This person was set up. That's Pandora's box. What you open it, you may not like what's inside of it. It might look like treasure, but who gets the treasure? Yep, there's a heartbreak, and there is a stable, confident, privileged lady here getting a gift, and it could be of good fortune for staying so grounded, staying so loyal and dedicated, nurturing of the earth, nurturing of people. You're about to be giving birth to abundance as a gift for this heartbreak. And it's, yeah, it could have been that they went traveling at a distance. 5 of Cups, spilling out the cups. Dragging their feet. What? They're hitting poverty, I'm telling you right now. Oh yeah, there's the jail card in trapped. Trapped in fear. They could be going to jail. I don't know. Maybe the karmic's going to jail. How the heck should I know? But they want to walk back in. They walked away from you to go to this other lover and were lying about it. You probably walked away sensing, because you're divine, sensing that they were dealing with someone else, a third party, walked away, and now they're getting their judgment. That's something coming to the edge. That's the leap of faith. They weren't thinking they weren't thinking with their heart, they were thinking with their head. And in their ego, perhaps. That's why they're, in deception. That's why they're getting this judgment, this justice. And they could be they weren't thinking, and they could have been thieved from, stolen from, and now they're going to court. You are getting justice on the other spectrum. You're getting happiness, abundance, loving of self. This person loved you, but they had to go to Pandora's box. Now somebody is soul searching. Yes, and is financially unstable and unstable, period. Okay, they juggled their soul mate, but now it's looking as though this is fair. You get honor and respect, happiness, abundance, standing your ground. You get wish fulfillment. They fell into temptation. Yeah. With a family situation they've been hurt by, because it was based on sex. Now they want to, well, they could have been out courting others, having sex. Planted seeds. The Emperor. Dealing with a fake person. The mask fell off. They're like totally confused. Third party. Fatherhood. Heavily burdened. Temperance. Wanting fairness, equality. There's things have changed. They want to communicate or some sort of message. You're moving forward. Okay, you are a divine being and you are moving forward, seeking your own justice, your balance. You are this person's balance. They're not balanced without you. Something is changing, and it's like they were indecisive and valued Pandora's box. What other treasures are out there? Valued their money so much. No, they've gotten enlightenment. That's why they took action. They were a runner. New beginning. Twin flame, soulmate, connection, celebrating, manifesting. Well, reading on news. There's that official person. Sword down. Truth. A truce. It could be a truce, wanting a truce. Giving and receiving of love. They're going through a tower. Their heart's been ripped out. You're okay. They're watching you, and when they watch you, they think that you're successful, happy, abundant. Uh-oh. I just heard a car accident out there, glass smashing everywhere. I hope that's not what's going on, but they're crying because they're at a crossroad. You're gonna have to choose if you want to reopen the cycle again. That's 10 of Pentacles, guys. Faded. Abundance. Following your intuition. I think that you're vibing high now, and it's like they're looking out. They're facing obstacles, deception. They were stole from. I know darn well they were. But that's the consequences of what they did by opening Pandora's box. It is the past wanting to return to the person over here who is their divine counterpart. But they are definitely, they've been deceived. Oh, in a big way. But they're getting the consequences of their actions. For many of these, they had a child or were trapped with a child. But the child may not even be theirs, because this energy was dealing with another male energy. Maybe two. So we'll just have to wait and see what transforms along the way here. But know the past is still holding torches for you. And they have nothing but fond memories. They could be looking at your pictures, thinking about you all the time. Whatever's going on over here, it is not good. Okay, it's their health and their finances in a big way. Big deception. This fake that they went to was dealing with other energies. So anybody can be the father of this child. If there's no child involved, then it's not your story. But for some, it's here. They got this child, and it may not be theirs. For some, it will be. For others, it is not. And for others, there's no child involved whatsoever. But it's here. That's the consequences of opening up Pandora's box. You may not like what's on the other side of it. Take care.